Hola, soy Nathan Olivos y les doy la bienvenida a otro capítulo de Ranking Marcial, el programa de las artes marciales en Chile que llega hasta ustedes mediante las pantallas de Vive Deportes y que puedes ver las veces que quieras a través de VOD de BT. En esta edición veremos lo siguiente. La segunda parte del seminario dictado por Sean Kelly y Michael Pick.
I met Ed Parker when I was 10 years old in Pasadena, and that's when I started training with him in 1957. And I just moved to California from Florida, and I got jumped by 5 guys. They tried to take my lunch, and I wouldn't let them have my lunch. And I was walking home. I lived a block and a half away from the first school. So I saw him inside teaching fighting. So I knocked on the door, he let me in, and I told him I didn't have any money, poor. And so we made a deal, and I cleaned the school for my lessons until I was 16, and I had lessons from him. I was young. I was 19 years old when I went to war. I had some experiences in Vietnam in hand-to-hand combat. And what I learned from Ed Parker saved my life.
Hola, mi nombre es Natalia Rusowski, yo soy coordinadora de deportes de Duoc UC Maipú. Y bueno, esta sede es nueva, es la última sede que tiene Duoc hasta ahora, porque viene otra que va a estar frente al campus San Joaquín. Y mi labor acá es generar actividades, potenciar el deporte recreativo, y en eso está incluido la rama de defensa personal, que la tenemos en varias sedes, y Roberto Vidal es nuestro profesor que siempre nos apoya en todas nuestras actividades, y nosotros también queremos apoyarlo a él en esta ocasión. Una linda oportunidad para nuestros alumnos poder conocer y compartir con estos maestros. Si no hubiese sido por Roberto, no hubiesen tenido la posibilidad de estar en esta instancia, y es el evento anual de graduación para nuestros alumnos y también para toda la comunidad.
You know, a teacher is a guide in life, and a teacher must set the standards of his life. And a student looks to the teacher as a father, as a mother, as an uncle, as a mentor, a spiritual leader, a guide in life that leads them through the battlefield of life and give them the tools to stand up and be tall and face the problems of life without losing their dignity and without losing their integrity. The teacher becomes the light, and the light shines and creates this illumination. The teacher is very important, but the student and teacher are symbolic, because I believe in not being a teacher and a student, but I believe in learning together, because then we both rise instead of strutting around as the big shot, but learning together and sharing what's important. So by example is more important than by word. Well, I think that the first thing is to interview the teacher and see what his values are, and see what his ethics and morals are, and see if the teacher wants to teach from his heart or for money. That's the first thing. The second thing is the relationship established between the teacher and the student and the environment. I always tell my students, come to my house, see how I am with my children, see how I am with my wife. Look at me as a man, as a human, as a common man, and then you'll see the real man. But don't see me in this and this, but see me as a man, a common man, and then choose your teacher. And then things will change. Because there has to be a relationship, and there has to be trust. And there has to be, the teacher has to love his student enough to teach him to protect his peace. That's what I feel.
On the earth.